Hi everyone. So this is Rezis again, and I'll be talking about your preparation steps for the National Medical Achievement Test, whether you should enroll in a review center or just review on your own. So you've probably registered for the said test, the NMAT, and the next thing that you should look into would be your preparation tactics for the said exam. So, what are you going to do to ensure that you get a satisfying rating on the NMAT? Personally, it's easy. I mean, no offense to others who took the exam, or I know that some of you might disagree with me. But when I took the exam, I considered just these two following questions. Number one, where am I going to study? Basically, the NMAT rating that you should aim for will depend on the required uh, NMAT rating of the med school that you want to study in. I plan to study uh, at a low cost but high end school. So naturally, the required NMAT rating was in the vein of 90 plus. And yeah, now, the second thing that I answered, the second question that I answered is, are you absolutely sure that you want to study in the school that you want to go to? You have to be genuinely sure that you want to enter the med school that you plan to study in. If you feel half-hearted about entering that particular school, then you wouldn't be motivated enough to aim for the rating that they require of their aspiring med students. Uh, for me, I had second thoughts of entering my first choice for a med school since it was so far from home. Uh, with that, I chose to concentrate on a med school that was very close to home, and they had a required NMAT rating of like 30 in the 30 plus range. So that was that. Believe me, these two questions helped me to decide whether to enroll in a review center or to just study on my own. Um, the logic basically is if you're not aiming for an overreaching NMAT rating, then you could choose to review on your own. It's that simple. um, However, if you absolutely want to study medicine in a high end school and has a very high required NMAT rating, then by all means do enroll in a review center. They can give you tips and tricks on how to answer the said test, uh, how to address the questions that will be presented in the NMAT, and they also know what topics you should study on, you should review on, you need to study on um, regarding the NMAT test. Um, However, I've known some friends who plan to study in high-end medical schools, and yet they never enrolled in a review center. They mostly studied on their own, but some of them didn't even uh, study like seriously. They like they just crammed the topics that should be dissected in the with regards to the exam. Of course, most weren't able to reach the required NMAT rating of their respective schools, but amazingly, they got high ratings, like generally high ratings, usually ranging from 80 to 90. So, with that, I would add that it also depends on your personal evaluation of how capable you are, uh, and how well you perform in exams and uh, qualifying tests. I would assume that since you plan to get into med school, you have a developed sense of logic and sound reasoning. So put that to use and try to find out where you stand against the NMAT. If you feel like you need to enroll in a review center, then okay. If you feel confident enough and you don't want to spend a lot of money in a review center, then okay, you can study on your own. Ultimately, it's still your decision. Okay, now for some test taking tips. I know only of three. Actually, I learned these during my review for the nurses licensure examination, NLE. You might know these. Take note that these are used only if you really, really don't know the answer, or if you have only about 3 minutes or less before the submission of answer sheets, and you're less than halfway through the test. But don't aim for that kind of test taking pace. Okay. Also note that these are for multiple choice questions, which anyway is the test structure of the NMAT. Okay, so here goes. The first is, if you are not sure of the choices, choose letter C as your answer. Don't ask me why. Okay, they say that letter C is the usual designation for the correct answer in multiple choice questions. So there you go. Second, when faced with numbers or values, eliminate the highest and eliminate the lowest. And then from the choices that remain, choose the highest option. So, for example, in a multiple choice question of four choices, like 1, 2, 3, 4, you eliminate 1 and you eliminate 4, and from what is left, you choose 3 as your answer. So I don't know the statistics or the logic behind that. And the last test taking tip or strategy is to always choose true. Well, that is if you don't know if the question is, or the statement is true or false. Then go with true. Most often than not, these types of statements are true. So there you have it. For personal tips, I would just say that you should have confidence in yourself. You know what they say about practice? It makes perfect, accordingly. But I believe that it does not make perfect, since the concept of perfect is impossible to achieve in this world. Practice, however, increases your confidence in doing something, because you feel like you've been doing things over and over, and then you feel like you know it a lot more than others who haven't practiced it. So yeah, it gives you confidence, and confidence is amazing when you have it. That's why your NMAT preparation needs lots and lots of practice. Practice answering the questions, all questions related to the areas that will be presented in the NMAT. Practice answering those physics questions wherein you need to determine the distance covered between points A and points B, that are moving in opposite directions at speeds of blah blah blah. You know, if you memorize the formula and you know what to do uh, when you answer these types of questions, you've practiced these questions a lot, then that's a surefire way for you to feel like a fighter on your test day. Well, that's it for this video. I'll be uploading the last vlog for this playlist maybe 2 days from now. I know this video was like delayed, but hopefully I can stick to my schedule. In that last video, I'll be talking about deciding whether to pursue medicine or not. Actually, it'll be more of a personal input video, that kind of video. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and to subscribe to my channel, um, so that you could be updated on when that last vlog will be uploaded. Follow me also on Twitter. I'll put the link in the description box, since I push notifications to my Twitter account about video uploads. Um, yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video upload. Cheers!